Alright, our 60-minute timer is almost up. So let's have a look and see what's going on here. We got a nice boil going still. So now that that's up, what we're going to do is kill the heat, and we're going to add our last little bit of hops. Okay, so again, you got to be careful when you're adding these, just because you don't want this to boil over. You're at the end, so stay vigilant. So let's just add those in. Just pour a few in, and then I'm going to give these a mix. I only got one hand free, so bear with me if I'm a bit slow. Okay, that's half the pack. Let's add the other. So there was about a third of this package remaining, and that's what I've added in now. So this package is done. Throw this in the garbage. And you can see, even though I've shut off the heat, it is starting to boil again. Just the hops kind of give it a bit more of a kick and encourage it to boil. So just keep an eye on it. So give those a little bit of a mix, and then what you're going to do is set a timer for 10 minutes and just let this sit for 10 minutes. And these hops are going to give your beer a nice aroma. And then once those 10 minutes are up, you're ready to put it into your fermenter. So let's set a timer for 10 more minutes. Clear that. And we'll see how that goes. So while we're waiting for that, let's check on the yeast that we were reanimating earlier. So it looks like we've got a bit of a foamy layer on top there, as you can see. So that's a good sign. It means the yeast is alive, it's doing its thing. It actually kind of looks like the head on a Guinness a little bit. So while I'm waiting, what I'm going to do is prepare a cold water bath, because once this finishes, we're going to want to cool it off as quick as possible. So I'm just going to put this in the drain there. And just start adding cold water. That's pretty good. I'm going to let this fill up. You got to remember that the pot's going to take up a lot of space, so I'll fill it up maybe a third of the way, and we'll go from there. Okay, the timer's up. It's been 10 minutes, so now I can take this directly off the stove. Being careful not to spill anything, of course. And just gradually put this into my ice bath. Very careful. Okay, so my mixture is cooled off now. This is what's called wort. So this is basically just unfermented beer. I've got some more freshly boiled water cooling off in case I need to add that. The yeast is all ready to go. My airlock's ready to go. It's got water in it that has also been boiled. So at this point I'm just going to pour it into my fermenter, which I've prepared with a funnel and a strainer as well to get rid of any debris. So we'll see how that goes. Worked like a charm. It's all in there ready to go. Just got to add the yeast and make sure that I fill it back up to the line it was before. As you can see, it's a little bit below there. It's hard to tell with all the bubbles. So I'm going to do that now. And then I'll add the cap. Okay, so I can be pretty certain that my yeast is doing well. I can see a lot of foam, a lot of bubbling, so it's alive. So I'm going to put this into the mixture now. It's room temperature, more or less. So I think it's ready to go in there. So just not really sure how to pour this in. I'll just do it carefully, I suppose. I don't really know if I should be pouring in this foamy stuff, but just in case there's some yeast in there that needs to get in, do it anyway. Ha! There we are. Alright, so we are all set. This is the airlock. So again, I washed this out with some nice clean boiled water. Just poked a big enough hole to stick this into in the top of this container. It's one of the ones that has like the section anyway, so you can put it on a water cooler, and that's it. We're ready to go, and I'm going to check on this in a couple weeks. well, not a couple weeks, a week and a half. All right, so just one last thing. So I've brought the beer down here into the basement. So it's better to have it in a cool place. I think somewhere around 25 Celsius or lower, if I remember correctly. It's been a long day, so I have no idea. So what I've done, just to make sure that it's dark, because this room does get used from time to time, not too often, but just in case someone does flip on the lights. So the actual fermenter there is just inside this box, so that'll keep it pretty dark, and then I've got this bag over top, which will keep it dark in there, and it will also prevent anything from, I don't know, sneaking in the cap, or, you know, make sure no dust settles on it. I'm not really sure, but it seems like a good idea, so I'm going to go with it. So we'll see what happens, and yeah, I'll check back in about 10 days. So for now, we're going to let that do its thing.